That's right, we're back in the car. We got you mounted up a little bit differently. I'm hoping when I flip the camera around, it's not too rocky when we drive. I'll try to keep it where I don't go over so many bumps. We're going to go a different little path tonight. We're going to be talking about, in this conversation and drive with Local John 1812, that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. How people in your life, friends, family, even enemies, even acquaintances, how they can be roadblocks in your life and how to prevent that from happening. That's what we're going to talk about tonight in Conversation and Drive. So let's get it started. All right, so for this first part, we're still kind of like in an area we've been before. We're going to make a little bit of different turn here and go down a residential area to get over to where we want to be. So we're going to talk about tonight, there's a little bit of wobbliness if you see what I'm saying. So hopefully it's not too bad, guys. It's a little bit different setup on the mount. So it's a little bit better view, but it might be a little shaky. So here's what we're going to talk about tonight. As I mentioned earlier, people in general in your life. They might be your boss. It might be a friend. I mean, your best friend. They could be a family member. They could be an acquaintance. They could be someone of that nature. They could be someone they're not really like a complete acquaintance, but you see them almost daily because you go into certain restaurants. They could be on social media. They could be just about anybody that you have some form of contact with. Now, the thing about it is, those individuals can be roadblocks in your life. Like, they could be your mom. It could be your own, it could be your closest family member, brother, sister, cousin, anybody. They could be these roadblocks. And let me tell you some of the examples I'm talking about. And comment down below when you hear these examples if it's happened to you. So let's look at it this way. You're thinking about a new way to really improve your life, and then all of a sudden you call up one of your best friends, or a friend that you work with, a boss, you talk to him at work, or even your mom, someone in your family, or just a friend in general. And you tell them, hey, I've come up with this great idea to really improve my life. And they listen to you for like maybe 2 or 3 minutes at the most. And then they interrupt you and say, yeah, but aren't you doing this or that not good enough yet? Didn't you start something like that before and didn't finish it? Now, oftentimes people say, yeah, but these are people just looking out for you. They're looking for your best interest. Okay, so what about like the bosses, or if you work for your own family or something of that nature, the ones that say, well, if you're going to go do that, you need to do this first. You need to get this one done first. You can't go off and do that venture in your life because this one isn't done. So these people become not inspirational to you. They don't become good, constructive criticism. They don't become good thoughts of a new way to do things or anything. What they become is a roadblock. A roadblock that you can have for life that could be your success. So if you want to go out and add things to a career that you're doing, well, you better not get that certification for that career because you're not even good at what you do now, or you haven't even finished what you're doing now. Newsflash to those people. Newsflash to those people. Sometimes what you're doing now is not what you're meant to be doing. That's the key, right? What you're doing now is not what you're meant to be doing. Sometimes it's supposed to be something different. As we spoke about it earlier, last time, when we talked about I'm not happy what I was doing, I'm still not. I'm trying to figure that out, right? But when you're looking for that validation, usually you go to yourself. I go to God in prayer, right? I do that often. But sometimes I want to go to that person I can directly talk to. I'm going to have another groundbreaking thing right here. Guess what? Sometimes those roadblocks, and I'll explain more in detail here. Sometimes those roadblocks, guys, could be your own spouse. Can be your own spouse. You better not quit your job and decide to do this for a career because it won't work. You got to stay doing this because we need X amount of dollars. Don't be foolish. And the thing is sometimes they're right. But oftentimes, if you look at that, you go, okay, you're right. I better not do that. I love you. I love our family. I don't want to hurt us. So I'll continue to do the thing that just gets us by. I won't chase my dream because my dream ain't worth chasing. When people say those things to you, that's what they make people feel like. You know, that's what the people who think in their mind, oh, I'm helping my friend, I'm helping my son or daughter, I'm helping my worker, my church member, I'm helping them by reminding them of how bad they've done at something else, so they don't try to do something else that puts more on their plate that they can't handle. And it goes back to where you've got to look at them and go, stop being a roadblock. The reason why I haven't gotten something done, dang, that car went right in front of us. The reason why I haven't gotten something done that was in front of me before is because I'm not interested in that anymore. And it's not a bad thing sometimes. Sometimes you need to find a different person to take my place because that person may be more energetic at that. But I'm going to try to build my life beyond a 9-to-5. I'm going to try to build my life beyond the normacy of what everybody wants in this world. And people say, well, not everybody can make it to the top. It depends on what your top is. And we said this last time in the last drive-in conversation. If you're content at a place that's your top, when you get to that content factor of your life, you have made it to the top. The question is, have you ever gotten to that content factor? That content factor that actually is content because you're happy and not because it has kept you somewhat satisfied. That's the problems. And a lot of times we just get to content because we're satisfied and the people around us are pleased. But we are not pleased on the inside. But we allow those roadblocks of those people, those CEOs, those managers, those pastors, those mom and dads, those friends. We allow them, those family members, we allow them to be the roadblocks that stop us from reaching our potential happiness. Because we want to please everybody else and not ourselves. Some of us are like that. Now, some want to please themselves. And often a lot of your roadblock people, the ones that get on there and they act like they're really your real friends, but they tear you down. The minute you have a new idea, they go, that won't work. You'll fail. You better do this first. Those people, they're self-centered. They're self-centered. And they do enjoy themselves. So, I think it's time that if you're listening to me tonight, and I've thought about this for 2023, there are going to be some changes in my life. And it's not about me becoming this successful person and making all this money or anything of that nature. But I'm tired of being second fiddle to everyone else who's watching me. What I would say is you do you and let me do me, right? You guys out there listening to me, I hope that's what you take from it. If you got somebody out there right now that is just tearing you apart, that is just putting you down, making you feel like they're not really there for you even though they try to claim they are, remove that roadblock somehow. Now, if it's in a marriage, you've got to talk to your spouse. If it's a close family member, you got to talk to them about it. If it's a really good friend, you should be able to say something to them. And if you don't feel comfortable enough to say something to them, then maybe, just maybe, they shouldn't be around you. Because they are preventing you from being the best you can be. So don't let people be a roadblock. Don't let them stop you from doing what you want to do to the best content of your life that you're going to be satisfied with, not just because it's easy to do, but because it easily makes you happy. Well, guys, we're heading to Costco now to get Camera Mom. I hope the ride wasn't too bumpy. I hope you got something out of this. It's a little bit over 10-minute conversation. Hope you watched all the way to the end. If you have, comment down below. Let me know if you've been a victim of people trying to be human roadblocks in front of you when you're trying to conquer something in your career or personal life or something of that nature, let me know. Just, you don't even have to put the story. You don't have to put nobody's name. I don't want none of that. Just let me know, yes, you're not alone, or I've seen it. I've been there. And if you have, I'll pray for you guys. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching lately. The channel's growing. The views are up. It's all because of you guys. If you do me another favor, because you've already been doing enough, but do me another favor tonight with this video, smash that like button, comment in the comment section if you'd like, and share it out. I'd greatly appreciate it, guys. Talk to you guys later. Until next time, guys, peace.